We're live.
Hey,
Up,
that's
folks?
exciting.
It is. It's on the stick after dark. My name is Joe Drilling, and we are playing Bloodstained. Whoops! Didn't mean to do that.
It is considered polite to introduce your co-hosts.
Yeah. Well, I only have one that I'm aware of right this moment. This is Mr. MC Banjo Mike Ailes.
Hello.
I'm so used to. Yeah, see, there's a bunch of bombs. That's good for the final boss. But
I can't see what you're doing right now. Oh, there we go. So, you are trying to get set up to play the new Zangetsu mode, correct?
yeah, because apparently.
Camaristico says hi.
What's up, Camaristico? Yeah, because apparently, like, that's a thing that I need to do. To get the mode to appear, I need to beat the final boss to play Zangetsu.
Did you lose your first attempt at the final boss?
I did lose my first attempt at the final boss.
I see.
It's been, like, several months since I did this, so...
Yes, so here's the thing. I love this game a lot. I think it's really fun, but it is kind of a mess. So they put out this version of the game, and they said, here's a bunch of upgrades, but then they made it so that you had to clear the game again in order to access them, which means loading up your last save and hoping you still have a last save, which in my case, I did not. There was no last save because my hard drive died in between the last time that I played the game and now. So I reinstalled the game and I basically decided I was going to play the whole game again. And I got to the end of the game. It took me about 10 hours to play it again. I had a very good time. And I finished it, and I still didn't get the randomizer mode in Zangetsu, because as it turns out, they aren't on the Game Pass PC version of the game at all. And then I decided that I was kind of fed up, and I liked the game a lot, so I was going to actually give them some money. So I wound up buying the game on Steam, because it was on sale this week. And then I copied my save file over from the Game Pass version to the Steam version, where it showed up in the menu, but it wouldn't load because it said it was missing some kind of DLC content or something. But what it would do is let me start a New Game Plus. So last night I fired up New Game Plus and I just tore through the game in about an hour and a quarter using the accelerator and like the chisel barrage and just zooming everywhere. And that finally unlocked Zangetsu and Randomizer for me. So, crikey, it's been a long road.
Yeah, so I didn't have to do any of that, obviously, but it was really annoying that I have a clear save file, but I apparently need to kill Bale again so spoilers for Bloodstained, if you haven't seen the final boss, or, like, the character that I was just fighting, who is, like, a pretty major story spoiler, I guess, if you haven't played the game yet. There's the bomb barrage, that's what we want. That does do a lot of damage to things.
So I gotta tell you, after all the stuff that I have done to get this working the last week, you having to fight this boss one more time does not really register for me.
Sure, but it's just, I mean, it's symptomatic of the same problems that you had to go through, though, right? Like,
yes.
This idea that, like, oh, there's this cool new mode, here it is. Oops, like, it doesn't work fucking right at all.
Right, well, so you're gonna do Zangetsu. I've started a randomizer around this because, of course, I like randomizer stuff, and that's what I've been doing a lot of lately.
Oh, really? I hadn't noticed that you're into randomizer stuff.
Yeah, it's funny. No, I haven't been vocal about it at all, but I've been having a lot of fun with these types of games, and so far I'm enjoying this one. Certainly, getting through the ship was a bit of an experience because I spawned on the ship and I randomized. You can choose what you want to randomize in the game, whether you want it to just be, what shards enemies drop, or the items also, or what, where the save rooms and teleporters are and stuff like that. I randomized quite a number of things, and I got through the boat, and I didn't find a single weapon the entire time I was on the boat. So my only attack that I had was
kicking everything.
Yeah, kicking everything for 1 damage per hit. So that wasn't going to fly when I got to the boss. But in the end, it wasn't that bad because I got a good attack shard. I got the, like, late in the game, there's the kind of axe knight guys throw a boomerang axe that is pretty powerful. And so I got that. The only problem was that it took 50 magic to use, and I only had 100 total. And it only recharges at the rate of 1 per second. So after I'd fired it twice, I was kind of out of options, and then I had to kind of spend, you know, close to a minute just kind of running around and avoiding the boss's attacks while I build up enough magic to get another attack off on it. So it was an interesting challenge getting through the ship. I don't think I would randomize the teleporter and save rooms again because I think that's just annoying.
That sounds really obnoxious.
They're all in the same places, but it's just which one is a teleporter and which one is the save room is what's randomized. And yeah, it just means that you might go through a long stretch and not be able to teleport back anywhere. Because functionally, like, a teleporter room is a save room once you get past the intro to the game, right? Because you can teleport back and save, so it's just kind of annoying. Right. But not having a guaranteed teleporter in certain parts of the map could be pretty annoying. Yeah. Who do we have stomping around in the background?
Nobody.
Nobody. Okay. Hi, nobody.
Hey.
Hi, nobody. I'm Dad.
What was that?
Yeah, what was that?
I don't know. I don't think it was me.
Is it some sort of weird computer virus Donald Duck?
Yeah, I don't know what the hell that was.
He's a very angry duck.
I also heard it, though. There it is.
It happened again. Yeah, no.
What did you guys do to Kurt?
Well, I did turn him into a duck. Do you think that's the problem?
Maybe. I don't know.
No, it's not. Oh my God. No, it's not.
I mean, in a way, it's better.
Is that what he said?
Yes.
Yeah, he said, "Is that better?"
He said, "Is that better?"
No, Kurt, it's not better.
It's fucking incredible.
It is kind of incredible, but not better. Did you beat it, Joe? I wasn't.
No, I didn't.
You don't have enough food or anything?
I mean, clearly I did to beat it the first time.
Well, presumably the first time you've been playing the game recently and you were kind of fresher on it.
Right.
So my first randomizer run, I was kind of expecting things to be a bit more, I don't know, chaotic or surprising. So far, I'm not like way overpowered for the first part of the game. I found a couple of interesting things that are a little bit, you know, out of depth for where you are at this point. But it's not really revolutionizing my damage output or my ability to tank hits. So I fought Zangetsu the first time, and it was not much easier than it normally is. Because it's possible that, you know, with a bit of luck, you could find some really, really strong stuff and completely wreck the early game. Or just, like, luck your way into the high jump shard or something and then just be able to skip everything.
I was going to ask, how random is this randomizer? Is it just
set it?
Is the map the same, or?
The map is the same. Yeah, they didn't do anything with the map. So initially, this was supposed to be some kind of roguelike mode, and I think what that really meant was, that there was going to be a shuffled map every time. And then they said, well, sorry, we can't do that. Like, the way we put things together, it's not going to be possible. And so they changed their kind of backer reward to a randomizer. Which, personally, I think I'm more interested in, because randomly generated levels in this kind of game, I think, are not super fun.
Yeah.
But this game has got so much stuff in it that I think the possibilities of a randomizer are really cool. Because there's, like, just hundreds of swords and armor and shards that you're probably not going to get most of them in a game. So being able to pick up a cool shard that you've never used in the early game and then kind of having no choice but to make good with it because you don't have anything else, that's the kind of challenge that I like. So looking to see, I just got something here. Summon Ghost. That's not very exciting. Yeah, the only thing is, I don't know what the best randomizer settings are to use on this. Because, like, right now the enemy shard drops are all randomized. But that means that there are some of the shards that you need in order to complete the story that you have to pick up from enemies, and I don't know if I'll just have to kill every enemy in the game until I figure out which one drops, like the aqua cannon that you need to use to navigate underwater spaces. Right. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I may tweak the settings before I try another run. I've read, people on Reddit or whatever have been like completing the game in randomizer mode in like half an hour because they spawn on the ship and they get the Zangetsu and they get the invert shard right away. It's just like, okay, I'll just go straight to the final boss and that's it.
So what is random then? Just the item locations and are the enemies and stuff random too, or?
Enemies are not randomizable right now. It's so what every enemy drops is random, but it's up to you to choose what you want to be random, right? So right now, every enemy can give you random items and random shards, but it's gonna be fixed for a given enemy type. So like a skeleton will always give me whatever the skeleton drops, but it might be a super high level weapon or a good shard or who knows what, or it might just be some other crap that I'm not gonna use for a while.
Am I less like a robot duck now?
Yes.
You are much less like a robot duck.
This is way worse, Kurt.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's not an improvement per se.
You had a vision before.
I mean, if I'd sounded like Daft Punk Duck, that would be something.
They have a duck.
Fuck!
Saying duck by way of Daft Punk.
Oh, I thought you were talking about a specific duck.
Not that I'm aware of.
Maybe some kind of like disco duck.
Perhaps.
Yes, something like that.
I will say that on this playthrough, I got the what's it called? The double-headed dragon shard. It's the one where you breathe fire. I got that very early on, and as far as I'm aware, that's one of the most high damage potential shards in the game. But it requires a lot of magic points to make good use of it. I don't have that. I don't have much of anything right now. I'm gonna eat some fried. Oh, that fried fish is good. All right. I gotta figure out where I got that fried fish so I can look for some more. You having a good time there, Joe?
No, this is fucking tedious as hell, and it's really obnoxious because I'm having to come back to fight a final boss in a game that I haven't played in 8 months.
What happened?
So, in order to actually get the Zangetsu mode, even though I have a clear save file saved, I have to beat the final boss again. And fortunately, I didn't start a New Game Plus on this file, so I still have a file in the save room, right across from the final boss. But, when I had been playing the game every day for 2 weeks leading up to beating it, I was much more adept at, and I was planning on, starting the game over with a different character tonight, so I wasn't really worried about, how good am I at this game right now. So now I just have to, beat the final boss again, even though, I haven't played this game in however long. I don't get why that's so incredibly suboptimal. I can't believe that was, they were like, yeah, that's a good idea. We'll just, rather than just make it available, literally from the opening menu, or even just, on a cleared save, it's, you have to go and beat the final boss again. And this is my 4th try tonight already, and it's just why do I have to do this? I
preaching to the choir, but this game is definitely a game that has lots of weird bugs, and it's got plenty of jank, so I'm not surprised, but it is disappointing.
This is just a dumb.
That's not a bug, yeah. Right.
Somebody decided not to put it on the menu to just play it now.
Right.
I mean, it is on the menu.
Well, it'll be like New Game Plus, and we'll just unlock both at the same time.
No, nope. I can start a New Game Plus right now.
Yeah.
So it's not like that. It's a separate thing.
I mean, it's a very Japanese game design kind of mentality decision, right? Saying, oh, you couldn't play these modes without finishing the game first because you wouldn't know what you're doing.
Right, that I get, but again, I have, in fact, finished
Show's already
the game.
done it, so...
Yeah, it should recognize, oh, you opened New Game Plus? Here, have this too. At a minimum. Could have also been like, here's all the modes, do your thing.
Well, over here in Rando World, I'm having a good time. I just beat the first boss that gives you an ability, the big stained glass hand that gives you the giant hand. And instead of giving me the giant hand, it gave me the ability to sink in water. So I guess I'm gonna go into the underground lake where the enemies are going to be very difficult. We're just gonna see how that goes because I can't do the standard path, which is to move the. There's an item blocking the chariot guy. You know that super fun chariot dude who jumps through the air and crosses you through the big garden at the beginning of the game. So I can't go that way. Got a wolf teleport. I don't know what that's for. This is what I'm excited for in this game.
I don't remember what that's for. It definitely is for something. It does something.
It's probably for crafting. I don't know what.
Keep warm.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to like finding all these weird items that I haven't used much of and dabbling with them. Got the hammer knuckle directional shard. I think that one's good.
I don't know. I played the whole game with the one that Joe's using, that triple arrow thing.
Oh yeah, that's good. The true arrow.
That's pretty good.
But I can't get the true arrow because I don't think it's dropped by any of the early game enemies.
I don't think I beat this game, but I remember this boss fight, so...
You got to the end, then. You may as well just get over that hump. If you got this far.
Not
Is it not the last
The
boss fight?
hitbox, I forgot how fucking awful the hitboxes on this fucking boss are. My god.
Like I said, this game's a big old mess, but I think that's why I love it.
Cool.
Go buy a bunch of healing shit?
I mean, I guess I'm gonna have to. I don't know where I don't remember where the closest teleporter to this final boss room is, though.
Well, look at your map, man.
It's far enough to be a little bit annoying, but not so far that you shouldn't do it. Like, it's gonna take you... Yeah, it'll take you 3 minutes to get back to town. So this is the Zangetsu experience, is loading up your save and trying to finish the last boss again. Or in my case, I was explaining to Joe, I played the game on Game Pass through all the way again, and then it still didn't unlock. And then I bought the game on Steam and copied my save over. And then I couldn't load the save, but I could start a new game plus from my save. And so I used all the super high-level gear to blaze through the new game plus in about an hour. That unlocked the randomizer. And
I like this game, but I definitely do not like it enough to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, I enjoyed playing through it again. And then after that, I was just kind of mad. So I wanted to make sure that I got what I wanted.
So, Mike, you said that the Chisel Barrage is actually super good. I didn't level it up at all. The Chisel Barrage.
Well, if you're gonna go to town, level it up. The Chisel Barrage destroys everything. It's just like a DPS hose. And as I recall it being really easy to upgrade. I mean, when I got it in my most recent playthrough, I was able to upgrade it to maximum right away. So I don't know what it requires, but it wasn't anything that I found very rare. You can just waystone. You don't have to actually go back and find the teleporter.
It's true.
Do you have a waystone in your inventory?
Let's find out.
Do you have a homeward bone in there somewhere?
Somewhere.
Exactly. You can homeward bone down. So,
I
Eric,
feel like I
what you guys been up to?
should have kept one in my...
I have been chipping away more at Final Fantasy VII Remake, and
Oh yeah.
I have literally just been told, oh yeah, here's this thing, and when you use it, it will be the point of no return. So
Okay, so not
I'm
that
at the point of no.
I do not have a waystone in my inventory.
Shit.
Damn it, past Joe.
How's that? How do you feel about it, Kurt? You feeling pretty good still?
I'm enjoying it. I think it's really, really good. I don't know if I agree with Alex's. You have to have played and know Final Fantasy VII to get things out of it.
I mean, you have played
'Cause
Final
as we-
Fantasy VII, though, haven't you?
Yeah, but not since 1997. So Lord knows I don't remember a lot about it, and certainly not at what presumably is the level of detail he thinks I should in order to have gotten whatever he's talking about out of it.
Right.
Maybe you've got enough that just kind of absorbed
Yeah.
into your bloodstream that you can.
Maybe. I mean, I'm not even sure. As I'm playing, I'm like, is this new? Is this new? I don't know. Is this new?
Well, it's like a 40-hour game based on 4 hours of an old game. So
Right, exactly.
chances are most of it is.
Yeah, a lot of what I do remember is not in this chunk of the game. But I don't think that's really preventing me from enjoying it. I think I saw somebody commenting the same things that I was saying to Eric and Alex a few weeks ago, which is that the writing is so much better for the crew, and it makes Cloud so much more interesting a character. That it's pretty surprising.
What are we transmuting this time?
That's cool.
Like an actual character.
Yeah, like an actual character. It's just
Cloud
instead
is
of just
an actual
taciturn.
character. He's more of a character than history has cast him as being.
I don't.
Right.
The translation in that game is so bad that kind
It
of
is
none
very
of the characters are actual. Like the writing is just like it is. It's incomprehensible in places. It's not
Yeah.
even. It's not even just kind of garbled in a charming way or whatever. It's just like it's nonsense. A lot of times.
Entirely wrong.
Yeah, but you really get, instead of, Cloud just being sort of a taciturn douche, you get, much more of a sense of, he's struggling with how, he doesn't understand how to interact and deal with all these, non sort of regimented.
He's normies.
Yeah, exactly. Like
You-
he's a soldier. He's been programmed to be a certain way. He's now out of that life. He's not really comfortable in his own skin, or know how to deal with people who
Right.
aren't just trying to get him killed.
Right. He also has PTSD, and he also has.
Also, that yeah,
He also like doesn't know like where
he's
he
not
is or
entirely
where he
sure
came
everything
from.
that's happened. Right?
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
So he's confused about a lot of things.
He shouldn't be either.
So Mike, it was mostly steel. It was steel and Damascus up until like the final one. Then it was 1 platinum to upgrade the chisel
Okay.
barrage all the way. So I guess I'll try that now that I've upgraded it.
Yeah,
completely.
just point and destroy. If you can buy yourself a couple of like high ethers, or buy regular ethers and then craft them into high ethers. When I was doing it, I would use 3 or 4 of those, and then I could just use the chisel kind of non-stop through the entire fight.
Yeah, I have 1 like full-on ether. There we go.
My first yellow shard that I got in this randomizer playthrough was Augment Gold, which is kind of nice because I'm picking up lots of gold everywhere I go.
Forgot what that one does.
It means you pick up more gold.
More gold.
More gold.
Is it each gold is worth more gold, or more gold drops happen?
I would say it's that when money drops, it's a larger amount that drops,
Gotcha.
which is nice. Kind of works out to the same thing, but what about you, Eric? Anything new in the world? I heard that they borked Apex a little bit with that new patch.
Yeah, I'm not good enough to really notice the difference, I guess.
I just
in a lot
heard
of
that like,
cases.
the hits weren't registering.
Yeah, some hits aren't registering sometimes, but like my aim is inconsistent enough that it's hard for me to tell if I'm like missing slightly left or right on a lot of those, or you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
So
Is it you, or is it the game?
yeah.
I feel like the stream that I'm watching must be really far behind. I know, you
I
squaring about
just saw you save, and you're already apparently in the boss fight.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I mean, if I go save it, I set it to normal latency when I'm streaming 1080 at 60 frames per second, because if I set it to low latency, it seems to have a problem. So. Oh my god.
meet their end.
That was my fault because I've been playing so much Resident Evil 3 that I keep trying to hit triangle to open my inventory.
That's always fun.
Chisels. I don't see any chisels happening here.
I'm saving them for Bale.
You don't need to save them for Bale. You need to spend your ether, and then you'll have enough for everything.
Okay. Well, fine, Mike.
You got a couple high ethers? I mean, you'll use
The
up
more you know.
You'll use up 3/4 of your chisel power beating Dominique, and then you can just re-up. It'll be good for the rest.
Chisel power.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, other than whatever weird bug they introduced to Apex, I've been like the new character is kind of okay. They made a couple improvements to Mirage. You can control his weird silhouettes now, his clones. Like not directly, but you like tie their controls to your controls. So you send your decoy out, and then you hit H, and then the decoy will do what you do.
Replicate what you're doing.
So it actually seems more like an actual, like a
Player.
thing. Yeah. Which was a kind of a nice buff for him because he's always been one of the worst characters. And they rebalanced some of the weapons and took some stuff out of rotation and put some stuff in rotation. That's been kind of neat. And they changed the very first map. They made a bunch of huge changes to it. They took away Skull Town, which was like the most popular landing location.
Are there multiple maps that rotate when you play that game?
There's 2 maps, and so far what they've done for the last couple of seasons is make a big change to one of them, and then a few weeks into the season pass stuff, they put the second map back in rotation. So last season they made big changes to the second map, and then they were like rotating the maps, and then for a little while it was like on a day-to-day basis, and then at the end it was like every hour or so they would rotate.
Wow.
So that's kind of where they're at with this. Which is, it's fine. I think I like most of the changes they made to this map. New characters, not to my taste, but she can see like the good loot through walls and stuff, so Alex likes playing her a lot.
Can you say that she just Sombra?
She's similar to Sombra in a lot of ways, yeah.
Similar, bro.
I mean, at this point, like all
Supra.
all video game characters are
Latina actors.
like, yeah, they're all like somewhat reminiscent of Overwatch characters, which means that they're also somewhat reminiscent of Team Fortress 2 characters.
Well, I think Overwatch has a lot more characters. They all play like one of the Team Fortress characters, but personally, Overwatch has an awful lot of archetypes, so it's kind of hard to make something that doesn't resemble at least one of them.
Right.
I believe in you, Joe. We're gonna see Zangetsu before the night's over.
I was rewatching the only good video game lore is the Team Fortress 2 Meet the Blank video.
No, man, those are so good.
From like 2008 and 2009. All other video game lore is bullshit garbage, but mostly because those videos are just like a minute and a half of jokes.
Yeah.
And it's great. Just like that's exactly what you want.
What I'm trying to remember is why is the bandit blade so good? Was that always the case? Because like I have like the best spear all the way upgraded. Oh, that actually does more damage here. And Dominique, the bandit blade, is doing more damage than my fully upgraded holy spear, and I was like, that seems weird.
Maybe because she's a holy character, so she doesn't take much damage.
Resistant. Yeah,
It's like I was using True Arrow for so long, and then I got to the boss that gives you Invert, the giant kind of dinosaur skeleton thing, and it stopped doing any damage to him, and then I switched over to a good old Tis Rosine, and that was doing huge damage, because he's apparently unholy or something. I guess he's a skeleton, so maybe those are unholy? Makes a certain kind of sense, I guess.
I give you death!
You get a lot of health, I see, or at least it looks like that on the stream right now.
Well, I have several EX potions, so
Should be good to go for a while.
Although I think you must have grinded more than I did, because the chisel definitely didn't just plow through it.
How much damage is it doing per hit?
40 something, 50 something.
Oh, okay. It was doing more like 60 something.
There we go.
But,
Well, she's dead now. It's dead.
hey. Now you just better hope that your version of the game decides to unlock the bonus stuff.
I mean, I haven't heard of any issues. Is there anything in the chat? The chat's locked up for me on the...
Cameras to go says Yo Joe, and that was been there for quite a while.
Yeah, they would say that.
Mike said that he said that.
Oh, okay. It must have been when I was a robot duck.
Yeah.
All right, so this is
Or a duck robot.
We're arriving in the underground waterway with the ability to immediately go underwater. I don't know how much that's going to help
walk
me.
underwater or to...
Yeah, I can sink. I can walk underwater. But that's not going to help me that much because I don't have reflector rays, so I can't get through the gap that takes you to the Inferno area, which I don't really want to go to anyway because I can't imagine I'd survive there with what I got.
Right. Yeah, skip it. Skip all of it. My God.
But you worked so hard to earn that ending.
And you know, the first time I did, and then I watched it. Now I don't need to watch
Precious
it.
lore, Joe. Don't you want to?
Now it's replay lore.
That's right. Now it's replay lore.
You can skip all the credits and everything.
Yep, I did.
If you're so inclined. You should, actually. They're incredibly long.
They're
Ooh, I just got
super
the
long.
swordfish.
I'm in
That's a
them,
good
though, so I mean, there's that, I guess. But
The swordfish is one of my favorite kind of mid-game weapons. It's a wooden sword that is named after a fish.
Inconceivable. I try to play some of that Endless Legend on Game Pass, but the Game Pass version just crashes to desktop as soon as you get past the.
So it's
the
the
build,
Ended Legend.
Yeah,
That's the Civ-like, right?
I think so. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't get to play it.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I have that on Steam, but I don't think I've ever given it a
I
fair
think I
shake.
might too. I don't know
all right,
what
here we
was
go.
compelling me
Now
to try
we're
it.
getting
In
to
that
what...
kind of world, I played a bunch of. It says Zangetsu.
Quick
I
slash.
played a whole bunch of
throw knives,
Surviving Mars over the weekend.
Restrain. Okay.
How's that?
Good. I've had it for a while and just never got around. I played it a little bit when I got it, and then I didn't get back to it. And I was doing okay. You start out. You land on Mars and you got a bunch of automated stuff and drones and things, and you're supposed to essentially build up enough infrastructure and things so that you can then request a ship of settlers to come, and you get 12 of those, and then once they arrive, you have something like 12 days, 12 in-game days, in which you just have to keep them going and alive before you can call down any more.
Okay.
So it's sort of the first settlers. You must complete the first settlers phase, and so I did that, and I was moving along. I was like, this is going all right, but I
gained a
I
level
just
on the
had those
first
12.
enemy I killed.
Nice. This is going all right, but now I'm starting to feel like I need to spread out a little bit. There's not a lot of folks to work with to like staff things up and do this and that. So okay, all right, I'll get some more folks, but I need another dome to put them in because the domes only hold 14 people. I was like, okay, I need to build another one. Well, I should really build it over here where there's some water that I can just extract directly instead of having to do with Meister evaporators because I can't build those yet. I can get them from a drone and from Earth, but that takes a while. I should be able to mine my own. I'll do that. So I started doing that. And I had like a nice little machine happening over this one area. I was like, okay, I'll just start all this stuff over here. Like, oh fuck. all this stuff is too far away from where my other stuff is, so I gotta like ferry the materials back and forth. All right, well I started doing that. All right, now
Starting to sound a little bit like Satisfactory.
yeah, now I need to build the dome. All right, I started to build the dome.
What
right,
game are we
skip.
talking about here?
Surviving Mars. And build my dome. I'm like, okay, send me the next round of people. And as they're coming, they're on their way in this rocket to Mars. Suddenly, like everything starts going to hell in a handbasket. Like all my stuff for my secondary dome starts breaking down. But I don't have any spare parts nearby, so I gotta like ferry those around. And then because I don't have enough spare parts nearby, now I'm not generating enough power in the dome, so I don't have adequate life support in the dome. And then the people arrive, and so I'm like, ah, fuck, I don't have a place to put them. Now what do I do? Oh, well, I have 160 hours before they die in orbit to try and solve this problem. And I'm like frantically doing this, and then I finally get it up and running, and I get them down onto the planet, and they populate the dome, and then it's like, why the fuck are they starving? What is happening? Why is this not? Oh my god, why isn't this food coming around fast enough? I brought food with me. Oh, it wasn't unloaded. Why the fuck wasn't it unloaded? Oh my god.
Mad.
Yeah. And then, of course, as they were starving, then they wouldn't work. So then I couldn't generate more food. And then they started dying, so then I didn't even have people to run the things that were there to keep them at the level that they were. And it was just like everything went to hell in a handbasket.
That sounds kind of cool.
Yeah. There's a lot to it.
So I managed to get to level 5 just by killing the first enemy over and over again.
Okay.
That's something.
Well, it seems like Zangetsu, like you. So I was in an area that Miriam can't get to until way later in the game when she's got the double game. Because this is very similar to Richter mode, where like it seems like Zangetsu doesn't get upgrades. I'm guessing. Like
They
aside
just
from
give you all
leveling
your
up.
moves up front.
Yeah, so I can double jump and I can do this like Shoryuken high jump thing on top of that. So it's like I just hopped up, and there's one of those the poltergeist paintings up there, and apparently it's worth enough experience at a low level that. And obviously, also Zangetsu like it's like a truck because
Zangetsu.
that enemy went down in a single hit, even though it's like for Miriam, the first time you encounter that thing, it takes more than that for sure. So.
I mean, the paintings are never like a big deal.
No, but it takes more than one hit to take him down when you first encounter him. But yeah, this feels a lot like Richter mode, which I guess is the point. I mean, I'm happy with it for that so far. He's got a bunch of stuff that he can do, a bunch of special attacks and.
Yeah, and I think there's a bunch that are maybe not in that first hint that they give you.
I'm sure there are.
There's an attack he has that lets him fly straight up. Do you have that one?
I mean, I don't. Do you know how to do it, or?
Nope. I've just seen a video of him doing it over and over again and just flying straight up, like some kind of sword slash.
Oh, I mean, there's.
Move.
Well, so there's this. Yeah, you just. It seems like you just hit it over and over again, and it just keeps going. Then he uses magic, which is not the end of the world, because you regain it automatically, and it looks like there's more than enough to get up any shaft that this game has to offer. So.
Shaft.
Right on.
I can dig it.
So yeah, it took halfway through the stream for me to actually get to do the thing that I wanted to do for the whole stream. That's really frustrating. That seems like a glaring fucking oversight to be like, even if you have a cleared game save, you have to beat the final boss again for this option to present. Like,
Yeah, what if you didn't have a save at that point?
Ask Mike, what if you didn't have a save at that point?
I don't know. I didn't. Did he have a problem? I didn't.
Problem with your face.
Fair.
You go back to town. I've been killing those murderers dead.
Just like raid.
So are the kill those murderers dead missions the same in the?
It depends. You can choose to have those randomized. I decided not to do that. I didn't randomize the stores either because I thought it would be nice if I was really stuck to be able to get some kind of dependable stuff from the stores. But you can have all that stuff randomized if you want.
What if you got some really good shit on the cheap because you randomized the stores?
You probably would, actually. I mean, honestly, it would probably make the game easier. I think already the stuff that I can do for the quests, like for the kill the murderers lady and the woman who just loves burying stuff, like all those rewards are not going to be great probably compared to where I am. So
I did like
probably
the
not even
first
bother with it.
2, like lady who likes to bury stuff, and then there came up a weapon where she was like, I want, give me this weapon to bury with someone, and I never saw that weapon at any point.
A rubber
in my
barrel.
playthrough. Yeah. And I was like, I'm not going to craft this just so she can like...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that what you need is something that the barber demons have.
Yeah. But as I said, I wasn't gonna go to the trouble to do that.
You weren't having it. I understand. I understand.
I mean, some of that stuff is nice, but it was like I was already growing. Every time I harvested potatoes or rice or whatever, I would plant more, and I think I did all of the kill those murderers dead missions. Eventually, I dropped off of the making food for the old lady, and I dropped off of what was the other thing?
The old lady food quests are really annoying.
The burying stuff lady, like those are the ones that I just was like, I don't care anymore. Like, I think the tipping point for me with the like feed the old lady ones was like I got a thing that was like, this is gonna boost my stats in a pretty significant way, or I can give it to her. But like making another one is like a big pain in the ass. So like, fuck that. I'm just doing it. Like,
I want to say that the burying stuff lady is worth doing at the beginning because she gives you food, and some of that food is really hard to make, and it's pretty easy to get the stuff she wants for the first couple of quests.
Yeah. Did you also stop at that?
I eventually stopped because they got pretty demanding, both of them.
Both of them, yeah. They both get pretty demanding. It's like, I don't... Whatever they want can't be worth it at this point. So I'm just not going to do it anymore.
I also never really bothered grinding like for any of the super weapons and things because I found the shards were so good that it.
The only one I got the super spear, which is like a holy spear, and the only reason is because I had the materials basically to do it, with like 1 or 2 exceptions, and I was like, well, I'll just farm for this like last component because like then I'll have a super weapon, and I used it to beat the final boss, I guess. So like, I guess it was worth it. Like,
Must not have been that super sure. Come on.
Well, I was not using it at first because I was still using because it wasn't doing damage to dumb meat, so I was using the bandit sword instead. But it turns out it does do a bunch of damage to Bale. So, and the first time I played through, when I hadn't taken 10 months off of playing the game,
Keeps getting longer.
Well, I saw my old save file.
Okay.
Because when I went to save, it showed after I went to the town and did all that shit. I went to save, and it showed the date of my old save file, which was July. So it's 10.
There you go.
Can confirm it was 10 months. So. I get the sense that this boss is not going to be all that challenging with Zangetsu.
Ooh, I just realized I have the throwing star shard, and I think that's pretty good for where I am.
Yeah, isn't that... You don't get that until you're like the Oriental Garden, right? Where you can also get,
Yeah,
like,
it's one of
ninja
the late
clothes.
area.
Yeah. The ninja pajamas, which I wore for quite a while.
I haven't gotten the ninja pajamas, but I wonder if they would be linked to the enemy that gave me the throwing star. I can't remember if the game just swaps all the drops from one enemy to another, or if it's even more random than that.
Yeah, I was kind of curious about that. Well, that first boss was went down like a chump.
Takes a little longer when you're doing 1 damage per hit.
Yeah. Well, you like the randomizers, Mike.
I do.
That's what
You know,
goes
I like a
along.
challenge. Oh man, demons are strong against ninja stars.
No, you need some holy ninja stars, apparently.
Oh man, I wish I'd come in here last time. Just found the save room.
So do I still get the kill those murderous dead lady with Zangetsu? It doesn't look like it.
I don't think there's anyone that you can talk with in this mode. You're just a lone murder machine,
Nope.
living your murderous dream.
No shopkeep. No nun shopkeep, and no.
You are those murderers now, Joe.
Yeah.
So if there's one thing that I'm not entirely stoked about with this randomizer is that I believe I'm going to have to figure out where all of the breakable walls are if I really want to have a chance of doing well at this.
Yeah.
I think that good stuff can be hidden in breakable walls. There's a lot of breakable walls in this game.
There are a lot of breakable walls in this game, that's true. I don't have to farm any keys, that's nice. Okay. Mark the teleporter. That's good. Do that.
I got some soy sauce.
Opens doorways to other worlds, man.
Soy sauce?
Let's see what you did there.
Thank you.
Got the shard from the big old demon guys. The Waterway. Chaser arrow. Oh, that's interesting. That's like the other one in the true arrow family.
Yeah. Is that one... I don't remember if that one's any good, though, or not.
It's definitely not as good as true arrow, but maybe I can make some good use of it. Homing is nice, you know.
Sure. Yeah, this version of the game is pretty bereft of... I've gone into a lot of empty rooms so far, let's put it that way.
Have they all been inside the town?
Yes. No, somewhere in the boat, too.
Oh, this chaser arrow is pretty good, actually. It shoots 3 projectiles.
Because there's somewhere it's like there's a thing for Miriam, but the MP Max, I think, is the only actual item that I've found where I went in a thing and it was like, oh, there is that thing. So do I not need keys at all? Can I go through this? I can go through that. Oh, but can I... So how does Zangetsu navigate water? That's going to be the question.
Ooh, are you going to try and go that way first? We'll be in the same part of the castle if you do.
It appears that he just sinks like Miriam when she has the sinking
Right.
shard.
Does he move incredibly slowly when he's underwater? Because that's what's happening here.
He's a little slow. He's slower than he is on land, but it's not. It's not going to kill the game for me.
Yeah, without Reflector Ray, I don't know how Zangetsu is supposed to get through the narrow gaps in this game. Maybe he doesn't need to go in the volcano area at all.
Or maybe the map is different.
Maybe. Did they do that in Richter mode? Like, remove some obstacles so you could get through, like the grates or...
I don't remember. The like mist could pass stuff. I don't remember how they handled it. It's been so long since I've done Richter playthrough of that game that I honestly don't remember if that stuff was just walled off for Richter, or if the grate was gone and you could get through there. So what I'm wondering now, and I'm certainly going to find out because I'm playing after the stream is over, is will the game remain like this easy, basically, for the whole Zangetsu playthrough, or...
Well, if your damage doesn't scale, then it should get harder as you get to the harder bosses.
I mean, but it started high and I've been gaining levels. And, I just killed the demon, archdemon or whatever that's in the Waterway, and it took like 3 or 4 hits, so...
Heck of a demon, that one.
Yeah. I'm just gonna hit it again. Yeah, archdemon.
Oh, so I still got Aqua Stream. I don't know if it's just random chance that they have the same drop, but I got Aqua Stream from the squid dudes that normally give it to you. So I don't know if that's a guaranteed thing, or if you get to this part of the game, you always get it.
I don't know. It would make, I mean, I feel like...
I don't. It's like the one time in the game I think when a generic enemy is required to progress.
Yeah.
So maybe they made an exception for that particular case because it could be super annoying otherwise if you just have to kill every enemy you can find a billion times. Although I gotta say, super annoying. I'm not very certain where I should be going right now.
I died. How about that? Wasn't paying very close attention to my health.
One of the issues I'm having is that I'm finding all these cool like late game ingredients, but you can't make anything with them until you find some recipes.
Until you find the recipes, yeah.
Or you can't make much with them. Yeah, I don't really have any idea what direction you're supposed to go when you're playing with Zangetsu.
Whichever direction you feel like, apparently. This is the answer that I seem to be coming across. Although, like, some of the archdemon goes down pretty easy for Zangetsu, but he still does a fair amount of damage. Which is probably why I ended up getting killed by like a smaller enemy, because I was just like not paying attention to the amount of damage that had been done.
Buy the 8-bit coin. I don't remember if it's going to give me a weapon that's better than the swordfish. Or not. The 8-bit coin you can get like in the first screen after the town, so I don't think it's that good.
Yeah, but it's like pretty well hidden, right? Whoa, what the hell? Yeah, but it's pretty well hidden.
Isn't it just go left when you drop down through the house?
There's a breakable wall that separated you from...
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of annoying. So those little eyeballs that roll around in the dirt, in the underground waterway. They do a lot
Yes,
of
I
damage.
was just there.
Yeah, they do a lot of damage, and Zangetsu doesn't, like, you know how Miriam has a sword? You can hit, like, down left or down right, and she swings the sword, like, even lower towards the ground.
He doesn't have that?
Zangetsu can't do that, so it's actually really annoying to try to hit these fucking things.
Take that, Zangetsu.
Yeah, apparently.
Some Manju got that red bean paste. Oh, this will give me a luck boost. That's nice. I'd love to start making the stuff that increases MP regen, but I think that requires a recipe that I don't have. At some point when I was playing the game again last week, I got to a spot where I could do 4 or 5 different MP regen cooking things at the same time, and all of a sudden your rate of magic generation like quintuples. It's very nice.
Did you buy this or play it on Game Pass?
I played it on Game Pass.
So you do not have the option to, as of yet.
No, I don't think I would anyways. I liked that game, but I didn't like it that much. I appreciate how ridiculous it is, I guess.
It is very ridiculous.
Hell ridiculous.
But I didn't enjoy the map or a lot of other stuff about it that much.
Oh, I think the map's alright. I don't know. It does have a couple of weird spots where it's not obvious which way you gotta go to progress.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't really like the way it looks either.
It looks ugly as hell.
You say you definitely have made that known.
Well, I can't argue with you on that point.
Yeah, that's, I mean...
It looks kind of like everything is set to the default Unreal Engine sliders.
I mean, soon everything's gonna look amazing because Unreal Engine 5 is coming out or whatever.
Every game is gonna have that weird drippy limestone cavern kind of look.
That's exactly what I want. Isn't that what you want, Mike?
I mean, I thought it looked really good in the demo.
Right. Yeah. That was a better demo than a meat cube, at least.
What if it was like a meat dodecahedron?
I was about to say how much better the meat cubes were going to look.
Take that, fish. Ooh, I got summon Plume Karma and I can shoot pigs at people. You gotta admit it's a pretty good game.
Oh yeah, it's fun. I've had a good time playing it once.
It's, more than you can ask from most games, right? There are a lot of games that I played once that I didn't have that much fun with.
Can you get out of the freaking water already? It's neat that we're both in the same area. Different styles happening. But a shared love for Forbidden Waterways. Man, the chaser arrow doesn't do anything to these stupid demon guys. Why even bother? Chaser arrow is really nice around here, actually, because of those stupid little frogs that poison you.
Yeah, those are pretty annoying, even as...
So get right in there and do.
What the hell am I collecting money for? That's a question.
I've heard it theorized that it's just for that one boss that restores health based on how much money you have. I can't remember if there's anything else that Zangetsu would do with somebody. I don't know if you have like a throw coin kind of move that get that in an awful lot of samurai characters in Japanese games.
Do you? I thought you just got that missed one in.
I get it in Final Fantasy 5
that's
also.
right. Not just 5, isn't there another one?
Well, I think any Final Fantasy that bothers having a samurai class. Where those flying Medusa heads go?
Yeah, I just always think of, whenever that ability comes up, I think of the, that infamous Nick Arcade clip where the girl, the challenge is like to score X, but she switches to coin throwing instead of using the pipe, and so her score is going down as she's,
Oh, jeez.
you know.
That's rough.
Yeah.
Well, I got the Dulla Hammer head familiar from a Dulla Hammer, so, or from the other ones. So again, I wonder if that's non-randomized.
I mean, you don't. That one, you don't need that one for anything, do you?
No. I just got it from a relevant enemy, so I'm just wondering, is that a fixed drop, or is that just that's the way the randomness went?
I mean, it just seems like that's a
It's a
weird
really
way
annoying
for the
player to have
randomness
flying
to
around
go.
behind you because I keep thinking about to get hit by one. I got the spiked armor. That's a pretty good get early in the game.
Are there?
I'm getting worked by this demon though.
So it doesn't look like I have an inventory at all. So, because I feel like Richter could carry healing items. I thought.
Oh yeah?
Maybe not. I don't remember. Again, it's been a while.
I don't
since
remember Richter having an inventory, but I also didn't play that mode very much. Just killed Shovel Knight.
Nice. Did he drop his armor?
He did not. He did not drop anything.
Did you mess around with the shovel armor at all in your first playthrough, Mike?
I don't know that I ever got the shovel armor. It turns you into Shovel Knight?
Turns
Is
you
that
into
it?
Shovel Knight. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It lets you do the pogo on enemies' heads and everything.
Yeah, I don't think I got that one. I like Shovel Knight, but man, they've put that dude into like 100 billion games, and it feels like it's a bit too much. They don't need to spread it around quite so much, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, okay. They put teleport gates up.
They're already teleport game. Oh, I got the invisible blade. Is that
No. When you're playing as Zangetsu and there's like those little gaps that Miriam uses.
Oh, we can. Oh, like, are they the. Oh, I died. Crap. Didn't think I was gonna die. Oh, yeah, the little Tories that you see in the Oriental Sorcery Lab.
Yeah.
It still weirds me out that they call it Oriental.
I mean, they're referring to the style, not the people, so.
I suppose.
Now that's. Where does this door go?
And Dark Souls, you died.
Oh, the secret sorcery lab.
Oh, and I had that cool breastplate too. I wanted to keep that. I'm gonna have to go and get it again.
Damn it! Alright. I think it's a little bit after 10, so I'm gonna wind it down, I think, because I just died again. Because I wandered into a even higher level area that I probably shouldn't really have been in yet, even with overpowered Zangetsu. So I think we'll call it a night for this week, and thanks everybody for watching, and we'll be back next week with something else.